Now I've made a video before about the Gurkha knife. I've got one here. This is mine, and I've been doing some research into them online, and they still make them apparently. You can still order them from where is it? Nepal, yeah, Kathmandu or somewhere like that up in the Himalayas. They still make them, and they're not expensive. You can pick them up for about $120, something like that, the basic one. This is mine, and this is actually came from a Gurkha. I bought it from a sergeant major friend of mine, and he said he got it from a Gurkha in Belize, so this is a British issue. There was only, I mean, they've been manufacturing these things for hundreds of years, but I believe just after the Second World War they started manufacturing specific types for the British Army, and I think there's about 5 of them. I don't know which one this is. I'm not that knowledgeable on Gurkha knives, but I dare say there's people out there that do know. It's just got buffalo horn handle apparently, and this is a stand. That's how you can tell really, just looking at the handle. There's no markings on it anywhere. It's a standard thing. But rather than buy a brand new one from Nepal, I'd rather have a genuine one that I know was actually issued to the Gurkhas. The Gurkha did actually own this in the British Army, and I've been watching some of the fighting techniques that they've got. You know, they don't just come out and stab people with it. You know, or chopping. It's a very good chopping weapon, sort of halfway between an axe and a Bowie knife or something like that. You know, it's a good weapon. I wouldn't like to have someone come at me with one of these for sure. Very sharp. I generally use it for carving the turkey at Christmas. Clean it up, and I often get it out and play with it and look at it. It's a fascinating thing. And I've watched some of the fighting techniques, and they tend to do a lot of the techniques with it in this particular position, you know, because you can slip your finger down as far as that groove there. I'm not sure what that groove's for. I mean, I've heard it's blood groove and I've heard other things, but I don't know. I've no idea what it's for, but it's there. Anyway, perhaps it's there to stop your finger going all the way down the blade when you're fighting with it and cutting your own finger off. Because you can fight. I've seen them doing martial arts, doing the punching. You can actually punch with it. You can slash with it, and you can poke people's eyes out with it and go for the throat and go. If you squat down and stab, you can go for the solar plexus and things like that. And it's amazing the way these guys. Oh, I can't do it. I'm just demonstrating what I've seen. I'm not a knife fighter. Don't think it'd be a very promising career, that. Anyway, yeah, they can. I've seen them move and doing the martial arts and doing the slashing. And definitely, if you were in a fight and you had one of these, you'd want to have it. I would anyway. I'd want to have it down like that to use it for protection and for slashing and stabbing and poking. You know, and I think that's very, very deadly weapon. It is indeed. I love them. I could get into collecting these, you know. I might even get into. I'm fascinated. I'm reading up on the history. Isn't the internet marvellous? The way you can do that. My granddad did buy one of these. Well, he didn't bought it. He got it in India when he was out in India. He was on the Somme in the First World War, and he got captured on the Somme, and he was in a prisoner of war camp for the rest of his career, and then he went off. After the war, he re-enlisted and he went off to India. So he was in India for most of the 1920s. He finished up as staff sergeant, I think, in Lahore, which was India. I think it's Pakistan now, but it was India in those days. It was all India. And he brought one back and never let me play with it. And by the time I was old enough to play with it, he'd given it away to someone. So I always wanted one. I've always fascinated me. I like them. I think they're brilliant. Definitely into Gurkha. I need 2 so I can cross them on the wall or something, have them mounted on a thing. Thanks for watching.